What's going on, everybody? Mark here, big critique. Okay, so number one, I don't know who tuned into my video yesterday, but I was fucked up. Wisdom tooth removed, no bueno, it was toughy. And actually, it didn't hurt that badly. I took like 1,200 milligrams of Tylenol, and it was alright after. Anyway, you guys want to talk about Tekashi, this Tekashi situation. This guy is like all over Hot 97. He's like the biggest topic on Hot 97 right now, and probably a bunch of other news sources, because he ratted out Cardi B and Jim Jones for being affiliated or part of the Trey 9 Bloods gang as well. So, listen, this is all going to blow over. He's probably going to make music again, and you guys will probably listen. I've heard his music before. It's not my cup of tea, as the saying goes, but I mean, like, whatever, I'm one person. The fuck does it matter, right? Anyway, so what I do think is something that should be noted about the situation is this. For everything that the guys on Hot 97 are talking about right now with regard to Tekashi, and pretty much they're giving the internet shit for getting involved in this situation. And like when people shouldn't be getting involved on the internet, they're getting involved and saying a bunch of shit or whatever. And it's like this kid's going to court and he's facing, criminal charges and whatnot. I think this is the perfect time to note people should at least try to change the hip hop industry to an extent. Listen, I am no authority to preach. I just, from an outside perspective, I know that the hip hop community, like hip hop music in general, has tremendous influence on, teenagers and the younger generation, and even some people in their mid-20s and whatnot. Tremendous amounts of influence on all of this generation, from the way that people speak to the clothes that people wear to all this stuff. And number one, I don't know, I just feel like there's some artists now that are emerging that are more cognizant and self-aware of just how influential their art is, and they're trying to they're trying to stray away, like in hip-hop, from the gangster culture. Like, listen, I'm almost 33, so when I was in high school, and every kid in high school, I listened to 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying, I listened to Eminem and all that stuff. I mean, the culture of that music is fucking drugs, guns, money, bitches, and hoes. That's what it was. That's what it is, right? But I think that as we become more self-aware of how much influence there is, I think that this is definitely the time to use this to try to stray away from that sort of a lifestyle, and like stop giving this younger generation the idea of like, well, this is the way things have to be. If I don't come from money, or if I have like maybe some sort of a broken home situation, or if I live in like the projects or whatever, and just so you guys all know, like, there's been plenty of times that I've hung out in those neighborhoods before, and all that. So I've definitely seen a decent amount. I live in Brooklyn, New York. Like I definitely seen a decent amount to know that that this could be the time where these artists could get together and start to stray away from this gangster culture and all that stuff. And I know that I see some artists doing it. It would just be really, really cool if artists stopped. I mean, listen, I know this is what sells now, but it would be great if we change this somehow in the future. It would be great if the top music videos, it'd be great if the top music videos, the music videos with the top views, sorry, it took me a second to get my thought out correctly. The music videos with the top views were not a bunch of fucking, like, bouncing booty bitches or whatever, in a room of guns, drugs, and money, with, like, Cadillacs and fucking pit bulls fucking, also gives a bad name to pit bulls, because they got them fucking chained up and barking at people or whatever. It's just like, I think it's time for a change. I think we're all becoming self-aware, and I think that now is the time to take this Tekashi situation. I'm not even going to get into the fact that he's a rat or not. I'm not even going to do that because so many people would say, oh, I would never do that singing that song and dance. I would never fucking rat on people, whatever. But once you get put into that situation, I've never been. Hopefully, I never am involved in anything or do anything that would put me into that sort of a situation. But I mean, like, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that will give me shit for making this video. They'll say, don't fucking talk about what you don't know. You haven't lived this sort of a life. You have no idea. And while I'm not a gangster by any means, and I have not lived that sort of a life, I have observed people in some social circles that I've been rather close with in the past that have been involved. I just chose not to get involved myself and put that kind of work in, you know? But I've been pretty close to it before, and I just, listen, we all make decisions in life. And whether you want to believe it or not, everybody has the option to choose. At least in this country, you know, at least in America, you have the option to choose which ways you want to go. So it would be great if rap artists could stop putting out music videos with guns, drugs, money, and, you know, ridiculously expensive cars and fucking dogs attacking people and all that shit, preaching about how they're running the streets or whatever. That'd be really fucking fantastic if we stopped doing that. We're cognizant, we're aware that this is something that's bleeding into the next generation, so let's be aware of how they're influenced, you know? Let's be aware of that. I don't have any kids yet, but I would really love it if, you know, when I do have kids, when that time is right, they're brought up in a world where it's not glorified to put yourself on video and, you know, you don't feel like a celebrity when you have fucking guns, drugs, money, and fucking bouncing booty bitches in the room. It'd be great because you know what? That leads down to, you know, dangerous, you know, paths and shit, right? So there's that. That's it. That's my shtick on this. You know, I think somebody's watching. Feel free to leave comments if, you know, if you're just watching this video, whatever. But yeah, I think this is the time we need to be self-aware and try our best. And again, I'm sure a lot of people will say that I'm not in position to talk about this, that I have no idea what I'm talking about. You're 100%, you know, you can 100% have your opinion on this matter. I know what I see, and I know what I've seen. And so there's that. And if there are rappers out there, and I know that there are rappers out there that don't put this sort of content into their music or their music videos, you guys are fucking awesome. You guys are killing it. You guys are fucking killing it, and you need to keep killing it. You need to keep using your strategy to kill it in the game. Because if we keep going the way we're going, it's just going to be an endless cycle of danger and incarceration and shit like that, you know? And that's it. That's my rant for today. Big critique out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you found any value in this, please hit the like button. Show me some love with some comments. Hit the subscription button. Hit the fucking subscribe button. There you go. Hit the subscribe button. Do it. Do it now. Subscribe. Subscribe. I don't... That's weird. Anyway. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.